set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get them going.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You talk about this giant defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
To throw now, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now
reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive? Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Dart. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, added some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Hurts to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Dart.
And it's caught.
Well, the Giants are going to be set up in 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Set up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Unlock line, unlock line. Let's go.
Now it's Tracy.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Dart.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Gano the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
3rd down, here's Tracy.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Throwing his dart.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's caught at the 1. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Throwing dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors there to make the grab. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer.
Up the middle with Barkley. There he goes, left side. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Giants 14, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Here's Dart. And Hurts is intercepted. His third of the game. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
4 yards on the big.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
19, 18, go!
Back to throw again. Incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Bobby Okereke. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Apparently, they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So nothing doing there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. .154 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go. 19.
He'll look to throw. And a catch made by Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
Ready. Check out.
To the air again, Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
70.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dart. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts. Touchdown! Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Giants 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie and
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, or not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Tag. Panther 11. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 79 Bronco. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll throw now on the final play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Barkley again. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Good. Check. Anyone else?
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Panther 60, Viking 18. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. To throw now, Dart. Open man downfield is Johnson. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there for the Giants. 55 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. They're
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Gano the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Eagles 31, Giants 24.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Trimmer.
He'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Well, he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A
tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Play fake, and here's Dart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats, 60 Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll throw again. Dart. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To try again after the sack. Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
2nd down and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Dart. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now Dart. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 6. To the air again, Dart. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
That keeps the score Eagles 38, Giants 30. Ram Gano to kick off 4-4.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 221 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action with Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Giants are back within a score. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember the first.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're
rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing is Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing his dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
79 Brock, Cowboy 80. Hey, check that. Street. 19 tight. Go.
He's back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave last.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. 35 yards. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's 2nd down.
It's a pick number 6.
Yeah, they'll shift things around.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing. Dart. He's going to let it fly. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. To throw now, Dart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
Play action now, Dart. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
No touch it! No touch it!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And some room to work. He may go. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Giants 38.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, They can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.